It's time to meet another patient in the emergency department.
The staff may think they've seen it all, but they won't be expecting this.
Accident and emergency. Here, lives are saved. Doctors battle with serious injuries, terrible accidents, life and death traumas. So what terrifying problem has 13-year-old Reese brought in with him?
Well, basically, I was watching television last night with my nan.
Go on.
And I was scratching my toenail and I picked it off.
No way. You didn't.
And I went to scratch my nose and the toenail went right up my nose.
I'm sorry, what? He thinks he's got a toenail up his nose?
Apparently. Reese was watching TV with his nan, chilling out, picking his toenails, as he do.
I most certainly do not.
When he pulled off a biggie, a right naily corker. But then his nose started itching. He wanted to scratch, and with that cheesy nail still on his finger, he went for it. Both nail and finger went up the hooter, but only his finger came out. And Reese reckons that bit of toenail is still stuck up there.
Ouch.
Just a silly thing that's happened. But yeah, I'm going to get laughed at tomorrow at school.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself. There's a first time for everything.
I got my fingernail stuck in my eye once.
Right, so not the first time then. What is this, a hobby?
So, top that.
Enter Dr. Colin Campbell. Let's hope he's up to the challenge.
So tell me, Reese, what's brought you into hospital today?
I was picking my toenail and I went to scratch my nose, not realising the nail was still on my finger, and it went up my nose and I sniffed it up.
Okay.
He looks as bemused as me.
Don't get told that very often.
Very embarrassing.
Which side of your nose has it gone on?
It's my left nostril, it's gone right up.
First, Dr. Colin tries to see if he can spot the chewed-off nail. Must be a pretty sight up there. Hope you're enjoying the view.
I can't see the nail now. Okay. So what I want you to do, just block that right nostril, and as hard as you can, I just want you to blow out of your left one. Now this is the important bit. When you breathe back in again, don't breathe back in through your nose, breathe back in through your mouth. So we're gonna do something like this, okay?
Off you go then.
Keep going. Blow as hard as you can.
We could be here a while. As you saw when we were sneezing, your nose and mouth are connected. It's a maze of passages and cavities, linking your nostrils to each other and your ears to your nose and throat. That's why, when you're sick, sometimes a bit comes out of your nose.
Gross. Meanwhile, back with Reese, there's still no sign of that nail.
Blow as hard as you can. That's it. Keep going. I never thought I'd be doing this when I come to work this morning.
Surely it must be out by now.
You'd have thought so. Oh, hang fire, we might have success.
It's gone.
Are you sure?
It's made a runner.
Yes, the nail has been nailed. But let's get another look up there, just to be sure.
I can't see anything in his nose. Can you feel anything?
No, I can't feel it.
You can't. Sometimes if you've scratched your nose, on the inside, you can get a sensation that there feels like there's something actually inside your nose. You've not got that sensation now.
No, it's gone.
All right.
Well, there you have it. As for the whereabouts of the missing toenail, nobody knows.
I'm just happy that I can't feel it and it should be gone.
The moral of the story is, don't pick your toenails and don't put them up your nose.
Our next patient was just having a normal day.
But now they're in accident and emergency. Let's meet them. This is 5-year-old Tig, who's modelling a very fetching bandage around his head.
I banged my head on the railings.
I want you to follow me right now.
And it really hurted.
I bet it did.
So how did he end up banging his bonce on the railings in the first place?
It was lunchtime at school, and Tig was running fast. Faster than Olympic gold medalist Usain Bolt.
No way!
Well, okay, not that fast, but go with it. He ran so fast, he passed 3 countries in 3 seconds. He ran across the world and into orbit. No way! No, I'm exaggerating. Nothing could stop him. But then he slipped and went flying into some spiky railings.
Ouch!
I think there's blood all over here.
Ooh, sounds nasty. Enter Dr. Vanessa Merrick. She'll sort Tig out.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to give it a clean. It looks a bit deep, so it may be that we need to put a couple of stitches in.
You can see that he's got quite a big cut to the right side of his head.
Warning, this looks a bit gross.
It goes all the way through from the surface of the skin right through the fat that's underneath and the muscle as well, and right through to the bone. So that's why we need to put stitches in to hold it together.
In that case, let's get that head numb. We don't want Tig feeling those stitches.
First, Nurse Laura numbs the surface skin with gel.
Then Dr. Vanessa injects a stronger anaesthetic deeper into the tissue. This means Tig shouldn't feel a thing.
Just going to have a test. Can you feel that?
What?
I'll take that as a no.
Well, that's good then.
Now his head's numb, let's get stitching.
Stitches are only used when a wound is really deep. They join the sides of the cut together to help it heal. In this emergency department, they use 100 metres of stitching thread in a year. That would go around Tig's head 200 times.
We're just going to put this over your eye, sweetheart. Is that okay?
Anyway, to finish things up, Nurse Laura applies some special glue. This seals the whole wound to help it heal and stop infection.
It's going together pretty well, hasn't it?
Now he's stitched up, it's time for Tig to head home.
In the UK, over 5 million people each year have to visit an emergency department.
And some cases are stranger than others.
Let's meet the next patient.
In Liverpool, 14-year-old Kyle has come in complaining of a sore and swollen hand after a run-in with a wall.
When I woke up the next morning, when it was just dead swollen and bruised and hurting.
Hang on a minute, what happened with this wall?
Kyle was in his Spanish class at school, in the middle of an oral exam. The teacher was firing questions at him.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Y dónde vives?
The questions were coming thick and fast. I like the lizard.
¿Qué deseo comer? ¿Qué hora es el próximo tren?
Uh-oh, he'd forgotten everything he knew. Frustrated and angry with himself, he shot out of the classroom. It was then that the wall, completely unprovoked, suddenly and brutally hit Kyle's hand. Okay, Kyle whacked the wall with his hand. Ouch.
It was a stupid thing to do.
Sí, estúpido. But that hand does look pretty painful.
I was doing swimming yesterday in school PE. That hurt, just touching the water with my hand.
Let's get you looked at then, Kyle.
You'll have to fess up to Sister Joe what you've done though, mi amigo.
I had a Spanish test and I failed, so I got angry and disappointed and I just hit the wall.
I can see the bruising there. Right, what we'll do is we'll send you for an x-ray and take it from there.
X-ray it is then, and I have a feeling it's going to be more than a sprain.
And while we wait for the results, come on Carl, let's have another go at that Spanish. How do you say I've hurt my hand?
And with the walls trembling with fear in case he gets it wrong...
You man, I smile.
That'll do. Wolves, relax. He's got it.
Enter Dr. Bimmel Mehta. He's been checking out Kyle's x-rays to find out why that hand hurts.
If you look on this side, you can see it's all nice and smooth, but here there's a funny bump.
Yep, that funny bump might not look like much, but it's actually a painful fracture.
Better break the news to Kyle.
As expected, because walls are harder than bones. The wall's won, and your bones are broken. That's called a boxer's fracture.
Boxer's fractures are one of the most common hand breaks doctors see. Usually caused when a closed fist hits something immovable, like a wall, they can be extremely painful.
So, the next time you feel frustrated, you might just want to stop and think.
It's not a serious fracture, and the main thing he's going to have is that it's going to be sore over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Luckily for Kyle, there's no big plaster cast.
Okay, so if you just keep that clean and dry.
Fingers strapped together, and he's on his way home. Adios, amigo!
In the accident and emergency department, the team are ready for their next case.
Let's meet him. At the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital, 6-year-old Hassan is in accident and emergency with a problem. What is it, Hassan? Hassan, can you hear me? What's the problem?
The stone is stuck in this ear.
Pardon?
He said he has a stone stuck in his...
I know, I'm joking. And the stone is in your ear because...
I popped it in my ear because it was too noisy in PE.
So how did it happen?
Hassan was in PE class.
That'll be why people are running then, and swimming.
Well, it is a PE class.
Hassan doesn't look very happy though, does he?
That's because it was really noisy, far too noisy in fact, and the louder it got, the more fed up he became.
I'm not surprised with all those aeroplanes.
He just about had enough when he looked down and...
Saw some earmuffs?
No, when he had a brilliant idea. He picked up a stone and put it in his ear.
Job done, no more noise.
Only it wouldn't come out, of course. Not the best idea you've ever had, Hassan.
I told the teacher that the stone got stuck, but she couldn't get it out.
Time for an expert, I'd say. Enter Dr. Sheila Begum. She'll help our Hassan out.
How big was the stone?
Just small.
Just a small one. Okay, and which ear is it in?
This one.
The right one. Oh, okay, or the left one.
Hang on a minute. We seem to have a bit of confusion.
It is this one.
Never mind, Dr. Sheila will work out where it is.
Yep, I can see the stone.
Looks like Mum was right.
They always are, Chris.
What I can see is a small black stone, approximately 5 millimeters, in the external ear canal.
Now, if you're wondering where that stone has gone, your ear has 3 different parts. There's the inner, middle and outer ear, connected by the ear canal, and that's where Hassan's stone is stuck.
I'm going to try and take it out. Okay, it shouldn't hurt. Is that all right?
Okay.
Hassan lies as still as, well, a stone, as Dr. Schiller uses a special medical instrument to carefully retrieve the stone so that it doesn't cause infection. And there we go, a blink of an eye and it's out.
I'm quite happy with his ear, looking at it after taking the stone out.
I can hear better now.
No surprises there then. Maybe earplugs are a better bet in future, eh?
Chris, I'm ready!
Ready for what?
To come to work with you today. Look, I've got everything I need. Got Mr. Grumbles, obviously, he wanted to come too. I've got a new pencil case, in case we have to go to any meetings. I've got some snacks, cheese straws, Mr. Grumbles' favourite.
Xand, you and Mr. Grumbles are not coming to work with me today.
What? What are we going to do then?
You're going to go to your work.
Ah, I'm late!
Well, Mr. Grumbles and Xand may not be coming with me to work today, but you are. Time for investigation, ouch. I'm wearing a special suit, but can you guess what it's used for?
Oh, I know! You're going into space!
Nope, try again, Xand.
OK, I've got it. You're about to drive a Formula 1 car.
No, Xand, wrong again.
How's he doing that with the music? Anyway, Xand is wrong. This is PPE, or personal protective equipment. It's used so that doctors and nurses can treat patients with serious infections without getting ill themselves.
I knew that, really.
Now, you might have seen suits like this on the news because of the recent outbreak of a very serious virus called Ebola in West Africa. Now, these things make the news because they're rare, but they're also very serious.
So, what can we do to stop them in their tracks? Well, it's something I'm closely involved in. So this is the lab that I work in when I'm not on Operation Ouch.
Ooh, I've always wanted to see Chris's lab.
This is my boss, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Chris. Who's that?
That is Operation Ouch.
Hi, Operation Ouch.
Oh, hi, Greg. Come on, Chris, you've got work to do.
Now, I study a virus called HIV, but scientists like me study all viruses using really similar techniques to work out how to treat and prevent diseases, and I'm about to show you how we do it.
An infectious disease like a virus is similar to a burglar who's found exactly the right spanner to break into your cell's security system and infect them. Scientists like me
Oi!
want to find out which part of the virus spanner unlocks the cell. Then we can stop the spanner working and create medicine to make people better. To show you how we do it, I've created my own infectious disease demonstration. I'm going to start with a real virus, but there's something else.
Now, to understand how viruses work, we need to make mutants.
To make a mutant, I take my original virus and change one thing about it by changing the shape of the spanner. Today, I'm making two different mutants, Mutant 1 and Mutant 2. They're both the same as the original virus.
Except I've made a different change in each one in their spanner to see if that change stops that spanner working.
I then add each of these samples to healthy human cells to see which one is able to infect them.
Okay, so now the moment of truth. First, I'm going to show you what uninfected cells look like. So these are healthy cells with no virus on them. They're nice and stuck down to the plate, and there are lots and lots of them.
Now cells that have been infected with the original virus.
And can you see, all the cells are clumped up and they're floating around, there are a few of them.
Then I turn on a special light and the cells glow green, which tells me they've been infected by the virus.
So we know this virus is working really well. It has exactly the right spanner to get inside these cells and infect them and make them sick.
Time to see what's happened with Mutant 1.
Can you see that? The cells are floating around.
And just like the original virus, they're all green.
So this mutant, the first mutant, still has a working spanner. It can get inside those cells and infect them and make them sick. Now let's check Mutant 2. They look really healthy and there are lots and lots of them. And when we put on the special light, none of these cells are green. So the spanner of mutant number 2 virus is no longer working. It's not able to get inside the cells, infect them, turn them green, and make them go sick. So that's great. We've now discovered which bit of the spanner is the important bit for getting inside cells.
Curing a disease doesn't just happen in a day. I've given you a demonstration of how we go about it,
but sometimes it takes a long time to find the right mutation. And there are lots of diseases that we still don't understand how they infect human cells. We don't understand how their spanners work, if you like. But research like this has led to some major breakthroughs that saved a lot of lives.
So, now you know what fantastic work Chris does when he's not on Operation Ouch. Good work.
So today's mind-bending trick is all about concentration, isn't it, Xand? Xand? What are you doing?
I'm concentrating.
Well, that's not how the trick works.
Hey, you're not fooling me.
These children at this school think they're here to play a simple game.
But we've got a trick up our sleeve. So what we're going to show you is a video of a ball game, and all you have to do is count the number of passes that the team in white make.
Really good. Let's roll the video.
Time to get counting.
So, how many passes do you think the team in white made?
OK, Joshua.
21.
21. Charles?
21. 22.
The correct answer is 21. But did you spot anything weird?
Did you see anything at all other than the passing?
Just saw the passing.
Just saw the passing.
What we didn't tell you was before the match, Xand dressed up as a gorilla and made an amazing ape appearance during the game.
Let's see if anyone spots it this time.
Nope, no one seems to have noticed.
In fact, it took 3 attempts, and then finally...
I saw a gorilla.
A gorilla? You think Cecilia's crazy? There was no gorilla, was there?
So just watch it again. Don't worry about the passes now. Just see if you can see a gorilla.
There is... Wait a minute. There is the gorilla at the back dancing.
Oh, that gorilla.
Oh, that guy was that!
And we fooled the other groups too.
Oh, there is that gorilla.
Yes.
Oh, that gorilla.
So why didn't they spot it?
It's because you're looking at them passing the ball, but you don't notice that the gorilla's walking past.
Cecilia is right. You're so busy concentrating on the passes that you don't notice the gorilla in the room.
This is called inattentional blindness, the failure to notice something important because your attention is engaged elsewhere.
So, always keep your eye out for the unexpected.
Well done. I mean, you really got stuck into your part as a gorilla.
Well, you know, Chris, whenever I'm asked to take on a part, I try and really get into it. At one point, I was going to interview a gorilla and ask them about their motivation.
You've left your gorilla feet on.